It's fanfic time! Get ready.
He's going somewhere.
Oh shit.
Like what time? Like how long?
It's already an hour, almost an hour. What? Okay. Apparently my mom will go to someplace else for a while, and then she'll come back to pick me up.
Oh wow, that is
some
lucky.
time. Okay, I'll be back.
I have to
Gonna
read
manage the
porn
gate.
with my friends. I don't want to buy shoes.
Like I want to talk about porn. God.
Well, you might as well give us the backstory.
Okay.
So, you know my OCs, right, Kai? Like, insanity, you know.
He has 8 of them.
I wonder if I still have that one pic I drew.
Every like emotion is a different part of his like pony-sona. Like his pony-sona transforms into different people depending on like what emotion he's feeling at that moment.
Well, technically, I only have like 4. Here. Wonder if I still have that one. Oh, here, I'll just... Here. It's in the chat. I sent a thing.
He sent a thing. We're reading the porn story for. Oh yeah, that's his OCs basically.
Well, let me look at this OC picture.
Okay, I'm back. Are we reading now?
Well, we're going over the backstory.
We're going over his backstory. Oh
Our
yeah,
ponies.
and his main pony-sona is a blank flank.
Okay,
Pretty
stop.
much. Well, on like, he has like his cutie mark on like only one side on his flank. It's weird. It's fucking-
So he has the
Actually, it's
Hasbro
normal
disorder.
I thought it's normal for ponies to have cutie marks on one side only.
There's a
No.
lot
Joker.
of bondage going on in his picture.
Joker,
Well,
that's called the Hasbro disorder. Cutie mark only on one side.
I'm gonna call it. Wait. The ponies have cutie marks on both sides.
Is that the backstory?
I know,
That's...
but for a while Hasbro only produced
No. The other 2 have it on one side too, but it's only one mask. The white one is purely myself, and it has both of the masks on one side, but they're smaller. Basically, they each have them on like different sides. That's...
And MrSixtyFour brain shrunk.
Yeah, my pony...
So-
my...
basically we
Oh.
have them on both sides, but it's smaller. Why did I write this when I was
I just had
13?
I just had a sudden brainstorm. Not only were there those moon hoaxers, there are also those hoaxers who think that the Earth is flat.
The Flat Earth Society. What?
Hello?
What? Huh?
We're all dead. My story's too complicated.
Again,
All
guys.
right. The backstory is kind of dead, so let's
Let's just start.
just
Again.
start.
Again.
Okay,
Let's
so...
It's just a random brain fart I had.
MrSixtyFour, it's your
So-
story.
Alright, so...
Start.
Basically, it starts with the white one talking to the red one. The white one's called AKA the original, or Innocence, and Insanity's the red one.
Oh yeah, Kai put up
Yeah.
the picture he sent in chat as like the top picture so they know what the fuck we're talking about.
I'm gonna put up again the bondage scene.
It's not. Well, I guess it is bondage, but
It's more like
I guess I am
entanglement.
drawing my fetish, gay bondage, but
technically one of them's a hermaphrodite sort of thing. So
Oh.
oh yeah,
yeah,
one of them's a hermaphrodite.
that's the blue one. He kind of has both
The
genders.
blue one's a hermaphrodite.
I thought the white one was a female.
No, I know it looks kind of female, but I kind of drew that the white one, off of like some other picture of Pinkie Pie being strangled.
Oh, so it is bondage.
Actually,
yeah,
she looks a bit like Pinkamina. She actually looks a bit like Pinkamina, the white
yeah,
pony.
yeah.
Did you say she looks a bit his character? Dude.
It's not a she, Jobber. The blue one could be like a herm, but that's all the close it's going to get.
Oh.
And
Oh, boy.
now here comes the Rule 34.
Day
My
Spring,
gut
Rule
just-
34 project.
Like, just go ahead,
Yes.
draw Ruby.
Does she have testicles too, or
Why are we going on about this?
Yes, they all have
We always
testicles.
ramble. We always ramble.
the words "testicle touching party" just popped into my head?
Are we actually starting
Okay,
now?
6 minutes in, we're talking about freaking pony.
Testicle touching party. That's the name of the episode.
Has nothing to do with the fic at all. Well, I guess a little.
See, Kai, there's the hint.
This
of what's
awfully
gonna
reminds
happen.
me of that awful
And my OC doesn't have testicles, so
Well, in this fic, your OC doesn't have testicles, but she's touching some. Hey.
What?
just read the damn story.
Let's proceed, shall we?
Alright. Let's start this.
MrSixtyFour, go first.
Okay. So this is after, like, the whole first fic and stuff.
I guess this turned out worse than my pleasing the Catapus read. Oh well, continue.
Yeah. Starts out in the place where I forced myself to live away from all the other ponies. And we're locked in there, like we can't escape. So basically yeah.
It was
Just there.
basically some shit where he trapped himself in the mirror pool, and he can only get out sometimes.
Like, no, I can't ever get out. Like, I built this house in like another reality, in some sort of mirror pool like dimension.
It's just your normal everyday brony DeviantArt backstory people.
It's funny as it is on DeviantArt.
My Little Pony X DeviantArt. Imagination. 64.
So where do we start?
MrSixtyFour was supposed to start, but he kept getting hung up on his own backstory because he can't explain it.
Because my backstory is confusing.
Should have wrote it first, Mister.
We can
I-
all
Mr.
explain our backstories in like less than 5 minutes. It takes him like
40.
40 minutes to explain his backstory, and we can all explain ours in like 5 minutes.
Well.
It's because I wrote a story that is my backstory. Like,
Well, we spent like 6 minutes fantasizing about your OCs. Now we spend the next 3 minutes trying to explain it.
you just no. I'm just gonna start reading.
Just read, dumbass.
I'm just gonna start reading. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's so hard to read these fanfics nowadays. You gotta spend
I know.
like 30 minutes just to get into it.
Another throat clearing noises.
Read the damn story, or I'm gonna give your turn to Joe Burt.
What is going on here?
Getting there.
You're not rehearsing. You're not rehearsing for a play here. No one's
Just
gonna
read
judge
the
you.
damn
Just read it.
story.
No
Only
one-
all of YouTube is gonna judge you.
What, me?
Okay, okay.
64 better start.
I'm going. Just. Well, since we're going to be here for a while, I might as well tell you, Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, what'd you do now, Insanity? You know, I didn't just go to Cloudsdale like I said. I think I made some new friends. Sir, I wouldn't know who would be friends with a person like you. You mean a pony, right? This is exactly what I mean. You'll see. So it began after you hit that tree while running from Flutters. Taking advantage, I decided to stroll through the precious little town you love so much. Well, it was pretty fucking boring, but I found a place. Oh, what did you find? What else would fucking entertain me? I found a strip club, you dumbass. Wait, there wasn't even a sign of such a place like that anywhere. You just don't know where to look. Anybody else want to continue?
Yeah, we're gonna continue. Kai, you gonna
Okay.
continue, or
Alright.
should I? Since this is the
Okay, I'll
introduction
continue.
of my OC.
I'll continue.
All right.
Okay.
It's a very classy establishment, if I may say. The Gleaming Wings, a club where all the mares are Pegasi. I barely stayed there all day, but I waited for the one. One by one, they each danced their own unique dance, but one by one, they didn't seem what I want. Until she came, Mystic was what they called her. Looking at her, I could feel my wings pulsate more than usual. She was the one I was looking for. I ended up hearing some other jackass hoot and holler. He even had some bits on the table in anticipation. The fact that she was already wanted by this shabby brown black-haired earth pony made me want her even more. This yellow Pegasi was definitely a keeper, with her red and blue hair with those lacy leggings. Makes my mouth water every time I picture it.
Yeah,
I placed my own bag of bits on the table, and when she was done with her dance, she looked at his measly amount of bits, and then my amount. First, she walked over to the other stallion and just bent over in front of his face, so he could get a good view. Is that a typo? Then she walked over to me.
Yeah.
Getting down to my level, she said, "Well, look at this. I think this is enough for a private session." As she was talking, taking me back to the back, I looked at that brown stallion and winked. The look on his face before and after just filled me with so much ecstasy, especially from how pissed he was storming out of the club. A large smile was plastered on my face.
Oh.
When we made it to the back, she sat me in the chair and told me, "Give me a sec. I'll see if I can find something more special to wear for the occasion." I sat there with my anticipation definitely showing. Okay, someone else.
I'll start since this is my OC. She came out wearing a white lab coat and lens glasses. First, she walked in front of me and very sexily took off her lab coat to reveal a very bold black lingerie top. She then took my hooves with her own and helped them glide from her chest to her sides and from there to her magnificent plot. It felt so soft and smooth where it would be so tight. This feeling even had me clenching my teeth. She then continued to dance. Later on, I couldn't help myself, so I asked her, "How much does it take for this to get a little more interactive?" She replied, "Well, how much do you have?" I placed a couple bags on the end table and just looked at her with my deviant smile. She was amazed at the amount on the table and her face showed it. And she said, "Yeah, this would be enough." And so it began. Removing her cyan blue panties, I could see her sweet spot glistening in the light. Instead of the normal route of going straight forward, I decided that this would be more fun if I were to tease her for a bit first. Using my snake tongue. He has a snake tongue? What?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I let it stream upward past her midsection. I also decided to gently bite on both sides of her neck, causing her to let out quick gasps for both times. Kai, you want to continue the sex scene?
You didn't read hardly anything.
Going back down, I firmly grasped the sides of that luscious flood and quickly shoved my whole tongue into her pussy. I swirled my tongue clockwise, then counterclockwise to guarantee I would find that spot. I could also tell where it was, and by how hard she was pulling on my hair. Forcing my tongue into her G-spot, she let out a moan and yanked on my hair even harder. It didn't hurt, it only increased my urge to continue. I could also tell that many stallions didn't usually go this route with her. I could feel her walls slowly tightening, so I thrust my member into her moistness, causing her to tighten even more as she took it balls deep. Starting out with a quick pace, she was breathing in short and quick breaths. The pleasure was so intense that she had to close her eyes, and I could only imagine that if she were to clench her teeth, they would bleed. I bet we were so loud that every pony else could hear the wet sounds from the force of how hard I was pounding her. I could feel her closing to an orgasm from the rapid tightening and untightening, so I started flapping my wings in sync with my thrusts. For this being his fanfic, he's sitting over here laughing at it so much.
Yes.
She seemed to enjoy this extra pressure, so she started to flap her wings too as well, and then we flew.
Wait, huh? What? My brain just like broke when you said flu.
Let's accept full Kai.
Wait, what?
Because apparently we're both flapping our wings from ecstasy, and I said that, and then we flew, and then Kai died.
What? I don't see that anywhere.
Exactly.
It was
My brain just like cracked. You said that.
It was an ad lib.
I thought I was so out of it that I was seeing different words.
As she gave one loud moan, I could feel her juices.
Okay, let's continue.
The juices were also spurting all over my chest from the force of myself, but I wasn't done yet. I pulled out my throbbing horsecock, dripping with her juices, and shoved it past her smooth lips and across her tongue. By Celestia, she was gifted, deep-throating the whole thing. I could feel the tension building, the kind of tension that would release will give the longest flaming dragon of her life.
You want to know what that is?
Do we, Kai? Is this safe for YouTube?
Nope.
I
Say
don't
it.
know.
So
Kai was
basic-
able to upload weirder fanfics with no problem.
So basically, for all of YouTube to know, a flaming dragon is whenever a girl is sucking on your dick, and whenever you come, that like the force like that shoves the cum through her nose, like fire with a dragon.
What the?
You know?
What? I'm googling this.
You have fun with that, Kai.
Oh man, if my brain feels
Why
like
don't
it's
you
gonna
just
be
give Kai a
great.
new fetish?
No,
It's something you could try it with Spike. Get it? Dragon.
oh my god.
I'm so horrible.
He's mad about being shipped with Spike.
Not literally.
People are gonna ship my OC with everything in a light pole.
Oh, Urban Dictionary. Girl.
Tell me, you want me to continue?
my
Kai, at least you don't know what a snowball is.
Oh, isn't that where two girls, or when like the dude comes in girls?
Sorry guys, it looks like I have to go now.
Alright,
You
bye.
have to
Oh,
do this
shit.
fanfic read without me.
Okay, we killed Jobert.
No,
we
not
just
really.
get
My
back
mom's
to-
gonna pick me up.
Oh,
Alright.
should,
Okay. See
Have
you
should
fun.
we
guys.
get back?
All right.
Should we get back to the story? Or should I tell Kai what a snowball is?
We could do both. Why not?
No. Oh, show mercy.
Kai, Spyro slowly heads to the fight button.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. Somehow she gathered the strength necessary to redirect my stallion head, causing me to release on the floor in 3 long bursts. She just continued to amaze me. So I asked her while still dripping, "How do you know? I just have a mind for these sort of things." Then she whispered in my ear, "Well, if you don't mind helping me, I can make things more of an inside job, if you know what I mean." Like I said, she continued to amaze me. So I told her with my ever-widening smile, "What would you like me to do to you, my sweet?" She smiled back and said, "Just come with me," and so she led me. Kai, this is where your OC comes in, I think. So
Okay. Okay, I need to get into motion. Just the same way 64 got into motion. I gotta see, like me, I got some water here.
get some water, just like Louis, who's also in the story.
That water is not helping. All right, let's do this.
I Diet Coke during recordings.
She had led me to an old abandoned warehouse that is located somewhere in every forest. The windows shattered, doors fallen off its hinges, and even the color was fading from this building. There was also this stallion waiting for us when we got there. This stallion was a Pegasus that had a brown shade of fur with a red spiky mane. Spyro, who the buck is this? Kai, this is insanity. Whatever. He is here to help us, Spyro replied. I smirked and said, who? So, we gonna have an orgy or what? Like, are you taking like quotes from the fanfic that I was in with Spike?
No, I came up with that on my own.
Who both face moved, and Spyro said to me, no, we're doing something else. Can we still have orgy afterwards? Spyro, damn it. Kai then said to Spyro, I see why you picked him. Spyro then said to me, what we need help with is in there. And she pointed to the door. I burst through them, my wing boner puffed up from all the excitement. To hear the victim shout.
Wait, just imagine if this was Anthro. He would just be running in there with a huge erection. Just open the door. I'm here!
Who the fuck is there? It was damn, I can hear that in Louis' voice.
I know, it's so funny. I can hear
that?
like all of these lines in Louis' voice too. That's the worst part.
It was the same dickhead from the club, the same Earth Pony. Both Kai and Spyro walked in and Kai said, well, we both agreed on the fact that we couldn't kill him ourselves. Spyro then brings out a cart with a tray having multiple utensils on it, but we hope you can. The bound Earth Pony then said, Kai, you fucker, is that you?
I can hear that in his voice so
Oh
well.
my god. I've been around him so much that I can hear his voice now. I can hear him already saying, fuck you, Kai. I can hear it. Future insults. Shut up and get me out of here. Kai then said, so, you up for it? I said to him, what? You don't want to play doctor with me? While pulling on the helpless, blindfolded, and chained Earth Pony's ear, and I laughed. Kai looked at Spyro and said, wait, before you begin, I got a surprise for Spyro. Oh, okay. He then pulled out a scalpel. About 33 more ponies came through the door. What the hell? Each of them took a scalpel, made a small cut on the victim's body. Wow, what is this? We're becoming a raid? And sent to the next in line until the last one who just gave it back to Kai. I then said, well, they probably just repaying you for all the hard times you gave them as you with your jarred personality.
Jagged.
Oh, jagged personality. Probably all the freaking slurping of water.
I can just see like everyone else that's ever been in one of Kai's videos just running out of the doors and doing that.
That's why I wrote it.
I looked over the utensil on the tray, pondering which one to use first. I removed the blindfold from the victim so he knew in his final hour who sent him to meet his maker. I take the pliers and slowly remove one of his teeth.
All of his teeth.
All of his teeth. One. Letting him
all of his teeth. One. He has one teeth.
Let him spit out all the blood so he wouldn't drown in it. Taking a bag of salt. Oh my god!
Yes.
From the bottom of the tray, I tear it open and throw it all over his body. The muffled screams, the coughing of blood and burning cuts filled the room with a joyous tone. I looked back at Kai and Spyro. Spyro was holding a hoof to his mouth. Yes! That's me! Over his mouth, like he was going to be sick, but Spyro, he was just staring, and her her breath was growing quick and heavy. Was she really enjoying this? So I didn't ran my. You go.
He reads his gay sex scene with Louis.
Oh, I wish Louis was here right now. Is Louis online?
Try to add him. No, don't try to add him to call, because then he'll be in the group.
Alright, so I then ran my tongue up the bleeding stallion's body, making sure to keep an eye on her. I found one of the cuts already made and ripped off a piece of muscle underneath, eating the salty raw meat. She was now holding her crotch with her right hoof and her tongue sticking out and had those bedroom eyes.
Basically, she looks like what your profile pic looks like.
Oh, I'm gonna show that in the video. You can get
Yes.
a vague description of what that means.
And after this, she looks like my profile picture.
No.
I automatically knew that I needed to get her in the action. I go over to her and look her in her gleaming, lust-filled eyes and ask her, "Care to help me?" She only nodded her head in agreement. Kai just watched as I led her by a hoof towards the bleeding stallion. "Here, I need you to hold his mouth open."
That's not what you think.
As I took my huge horse cock and thrust it into his bleeding, salt-filled mouth.
As Spyro screams, Spyro is love. Spyro is life.
And there's just mashed potatoes.
Banana slammer! Like I can hear 64 saying that. Hold his mouth open. Banana slammer! Oh, why I even remember that fanfic? She does as she is told, and I back up. With a burst of speed, I flew towards the stallion, and his eyes widened. Through his mouth, instantly breaking his jaw into his stomach. Wow. Causing it to open up and send me sliding across the floor like a blood slip and slide. Wow, that's a good description of that.
So basically, I flew into his mouth, and then I flew so fast that I end up in his stomach, but his stomach instantly breaks open, and then I just slide out like whee.
One of my friends, that's her fetish.
And your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they? You freaking freaks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Oh, well then.
Oh.
Well, they have some new fat material. Good for them.
Oh, that got awkward quickly. And we're reading a fanfic where somebody just burst through somebody's stomach, and that got awkward. Over, like, I got a tear fetish, and the asshole told us to be quiet. At this point, the stallion had passed out, so there was no reason to continue making it last. The pool of blood, stomach acid, and Spyro's enthusiasm were filling my nostrils with one of the most vile smells, but it was slightly turning me on. I didn't tell her to wait as I ripped open the ribcage, exposing the still beating heart. I take Spyro's hoof and place it on the heart, telling her, "If you are eager, then finish it yourself." She looked at me, then at the heart, and thinks about it for a minute. What the hell? You gotta think about it. Just, Eventually, she slowly pulls the heart out, letting all of us hear the sweet, succulent tearing sound. With the heart and hoof, she then proceeded to close Proceeded, damn it! What's wrong with me today? Then she proceeded to close her eyes, place the heart inside her mouth, and take a bite. I could hear Kai throw up in the background, emptying his whole stomach. Words to live by. Thank God I didn't eat anything today.
Sure you don't want any raspberry donuts?
Oh, 64, go. There we go. There the gag reflexes. There it goes. There we go. Well, there it goes.
I've been thinking about reading a humanized version of that for my channel, but
what was it called? Rainbow Dash's Problem?
Yeah, Rainbow's Problem, Krusty Cornflakes.
Oh!
They're great!
I think everybody was gagging in that call.
Everyone was. I was eating donuts before it, and Louis was reading parts of the story to me. And I almost threw up the donut. Now I can never eat them again.
Vibrator? Who got it?
Spyro.
What? What the fuck did I miss?
Makes sense because of story.
I heard it. I heard something. I'm gonna put it in like high volume. That was awesome.
That's
came out of
the...
nowhere. I heard. We're like, whoa.
Oh yeah, that's the air conditioning unit kicking on outside of my apartment.
Yeah, air conditioning.
It's getting kind of hot in that room. It's swallowing the piece of heart, she looked deeply into my eyes. Her eyes like the eyes of the predator about to catch his prey. Taking me by surprise, she threw me to the ground, pouncing on top of me. 64 is dead. I guess he got pounced on too hard. On top of me, giving me a long lick across the cheek as she stroked my nether regions with hers. All I could think was that she was now teasing me. Since this is you, I'm gonna just give you the rest of it. It's about to be over.
Okay. I guess she learned a thing or two from last time. While backing slowly out of the building, Kai said, "Well, I'll just be going now." I was barely able to turn my head and look at him. Yeah, see you around. Spyro grabbed my head, turned it back to face her again, and gave me a smile to match my own, and passionately kissed me. We then continued to have sex while using the corpse's blood as lubricant. We also went through the town, showing more of my skills to her until we kissed again and parted ways. I then walked back to the site where you hit your head and took a long rest. This is the reason why it's a good thing we're stuck here. That was the story. MrSixtyFour is gone.
He got pounced on.
Wait, he actually left the call?
The moment I said, taking me by surprise, she threw me to the ground and pounced on top of me, he instantly left right when I said that. So I said he got pounced on.
I was playing on the story, or it was, I had Skype minimized, so only that little call icon thing was showing up.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna look through for him. He's
still
away.
Online. He's still on.
It says he's away from me.
Same here. I think he was always away. 64? What happened?
I don't know what the fuck it is, but Skype is glitching for me, to where no matter what, it will always say that I have a, recent message, even if I go through the entire chat history.
Oh! Wow! What?
It's a real thing.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my god, there's Louis!
What the? I just got off work. What the fuck is this?
I put up the testicle touching party and Louis joins.
Why? He picked the most worst time. Yeah.
That speaks volumes about Louis' character and what he enjoys.
It came out of nowhere. And now Louis gone.
He just left. I
What?
can't believe that's a real thing.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Thanks for watching.